guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. So today is day 13 out of this devotional book right here. Let's get started. Whoever can be trusted with very little can also be trusted with much, and whoever is dishonest with very little will also be dishonest with much. Luke chapter 16 verse 10. You know what being faithful, honest, and trustworthy with small task gets you? Larger task. It sounds like more work, doesn't it? Sometimes it is, but think of it this way. Those larger tasks are like a job promotion. Most job promotions come with a greater level of responsibility, and that might mean more harder work, but it also means greater pay. Depending on the job, it can mean better hours, more respect, a cooler title, or a better uniform, especially when you're starting at the bottom of the ladder and your uniform may include frumpy pants and a hideous foam visor. So while faithfulness with small tasks may result in larger tasks and more work, God sees and honors our faithfulness. He blesses that faithfulness. This blessing might not come in the worldly sense, money, better titles, less hideous uniforms, but it'll come. God's designs are often bigger than we guess. Okay, so first of all, we just need for people who are struggling with this, we need to be more faithful to the people we care about. We tend to slip up and we tend to make poor choices. We tend to fall short. We tend to slip up and say something we shouldn't have said. We end up saying something that something hurtful to the person you care about, or you'll go behind their back and talk bad about them, or you lied right to their face about something you should have been honest about. Or if you're in a relationship that you go behind somebody's back and you try cheating on them when you're with somebody else, you're literally in a relationship, you're dating someone and you're just going behind your backs. Well, if this is on your page, this is for you. We need to start not seeing things our way, but we need to see it God's way. And we need to turn our eyes to Him, and we need to give our life to God and give God full control. We can't just try to do things by ourselves, because in the process, we do things that we don't want to do. We make poor choices in the process, and we might hurt our loved ones in the process. We might hurt the people we care about in the process, and we might lose them in the process. So think of it this way. We need to be seeking God, and we need to be looking towards Him instead of trying to do it our way, because if we do it our way and we do it the wrong way, at the end of the day, we're going to be doing things that we don't want to be doing. We'll make poor choices, and we'll sin and fall short, and we'll walk so far away from God. We'll be pushed so far away from God that we don't know where we've gone, and we don't know where our life would be. But honestly, where would our life be without God? Where would our life be? We wouldn't probably not be standing here today if it wasn't for the Lord. If it wasn't for Him, we probably wouldn't be standing here today, and He probably wouldn't have created us if that was. Well, I'm just saying, we just take friendships and relationships and family relationships, any type of relationship, for granted. We make mistakes and we say we're sorry, and then we go back on our word, and literally, if you're this person that is watching this, and you're one of those people who says they're sorry and then just goes back to making the same poor choices, the same mistakes to hurt people. Well, you're not alone. Trust me, you're not alone. I struggled with this. I can try to help you out maybe not the way God can help you, but I can pray for you. And I can be there for you and show you my support. And I can show you about, I can tell you about the gospel. And only God can heal that broken heart. Only God can heal your wounds and your scars. Only God can heal your past. But I can guarantee that as long as you have people who are there for you, as long as you have friends and family that are there for you, and just people in your life that are there for you in general, and instead of relying on the world, that you're relying on God with your problems, and you're telling God about your problems, and you're praying about it, and you're giving it to God, and you're seeking God, and you're doing what God wants you to do, then I can promise you that you'll be rewarded for doing so, for especially with spreading the gospel. And yes, our small task of faithfulness may not be much, but at the end of the day, God sees that as a big task. God sees that as a big task, and He will so congratulate you for your faithfulness to Him, and you're not turning your back on Him, because He's not turned his back on you. He's always been loyal to you. He's cared about you since the day you were born, and He's the one that created you into His own image, into what He wanted you to look like, into what He wanted you to be. Yes, we're not perfect. We are all sinners. We make mistakes. But at the end of the day, God sees us perfect in His eyes, even though we do sin and fall short. He doesn't try to see the bad in us. He tries to see the good in us. And that's what I try to do, people. I try to see more of the good in people, not the bad. I try to avoid the bad, because that's not what I'm not focusing on negativity. I don't want negativity in my life. What would the Lord want us to do? He would want us to love one another, and to even love our enemies and pray for our enemies, even though they hurt us. And it's not easy, but at the end of the day, as long as we have a relationship with God, and He's there for us and stuff, and we're faithful to Him, then that's what matters, and that's what counts. And we tend to forget about that sometimes. But yeah, like it says in here, it says, so while faithfulness with small tasks may result in larger tasks and more work, God sees and honors our faithfulness, and He blesses that faithfulness. And yes, He blesses our faithfulness to Him. He blesses our faithfulness to Him. And the blessing might not come in a way that you think it'll be a worldly way, but it will come in God's way. The blessing from God is not worldly. It's the way God wants it. It's not worldly. There's a huge difference. And God's designs are often bigger than we guess. They're way more bigger than we can ever imagine. But just don't forget about God. Don't forget about Him. Come back home to Him. He's waiting for you with open arms, and it's never too late. It's never too late to turn to Him, back to Him. He will always be waiting for you, and He'll always want to have a relationship with you, and He wants you to be faithful to Him, to spread the gospel, to have people in your life who have a fully committed relationship with Him and stuff. There's more to list. But we need to start working on being faithful and honest and trustworthy. Not just to our friends, to our families, to our spouse, to our partner, to our boyfriend, our girlfriend, our fiance. It is not just to our work, not to our boss at work, etc., but to also to God. He knows what we do. He sees what we do. He knows us so well. And you may think that you can get away with stuff, but at the end of the day, sin is only lasts for a season. The pleasure might only last for a season. But you can't be doing this to God. He doesn't want to see you fall short. He wants to see you succeed, not to fall short and to fail. But just working on, so yes, being faithful and being honest and being trustworthy with small task will get us larger task from God. So I hope you enjoyed this devotional. I hope God spoke to you, and stay tuned for the next devotional. If you haven't already, please like, subscribe, turn on those notifications, stay tuned for all my videos. I hope you guys have a great day, and I'll see you guys later. Bye.